Hello, and thank you for joining me for this episode of the GreggFesto Show. Today I'm going to be working on a weed eater, line trimmer, from the company called Stihl. And this model is the FS85. This is an older unit, but it's a very good unit. It has served me well for many, many years. Most products from Stihl are very well made, and if you were looking for a recommendation from me on a type of product to buy for trimmers and blowers and lawn equipment and stuff like that, I can say that you can't go wrong with a company like Stihl. They make very good products. They'll last you for a really long time. That being said, it won't start up. And the reason it won't start up is I got a little bulb in here that you got on a lot of these units that you push to prime it. And that has stopped working, and now I can't get it started. So what I'm going to show you today is how to change that little bulb out, how easy it is to do it yourself, and save yourself some money and keep your trimmer in tip-top condition. I might even throw a couple extra little tidbits in there for you too while we're doing that job. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this outside. I'm going to give it a little bit of a bath so it looks a little better on video and it's a little cleaner when we're taking it apart. So we'll see you in a second. Alright, we're back here at the bench after getting our weed eater cleaned up. Now we can work on it without getting extremely dirty. Here's the bulb that they sent us. This is what I believe the problem is, keeping it from starting. This is what I'm going to show you how to replace. The first thing that we have to do is take this cover off so we can access where the little bulb is. And that looks like it takes a Torx. So I'll take the Torx bolts out. I got one back here. We got one right here in the front. This one kind of matches the one in the back. There we go. And we'll go ahead and clean that outside before we put it back on. And now we can see that little bulb that's the problem there. And man, it's still dirty inside of here, so I'm going to clean this all back up. And it's got a Phillips head screws on it. Alright, we've got the 4 screws out. Now we can simply lift this up. And that's the part that we need to replace. Look at that thing, fell right apart in my hands. So we're going to clean this off a little bit. Alright, so we've got it cleaned off. What we'll do is we'll take the bulb, stick it right through the hole there. And it's as simple now as just sticking this back down on top of here and putting the screws back in it. Let's go ahead and get that done now. Now, you'll see that I got all 4 of the screws put in place, and I'm not going to tighten any of them down all the way. I'm going to get them all started. And once I've got them all started, then I will snug them all. Then I will tighten them all down. You do this because a lot of times they don't line up exactly right. And what you want is you want to take this thing and get it into place nice and easy. You don't want to force anything. If it's not going easily, then something's wrong. Take it back off and look and see what could be hanging up or what could be giving you a problem. You can see in this instance, going down a little bit at a time is working very well. Alright, now it's come to the point where you can snug them down. Look at that. Fuel. It's a beautiful thing, ain't it? We got our case all cleaned back up, looking really good. And we'll go ahead and just put it all back together now. When you slide it back together, you'll see that this thing has to slide on a certain way. You have to get these little wires in the proper zones for it to slide all the way down. And that might take a little bit of finagling, okay? But don't get frustrated. You will get it. Alright, you see that? Got it. Now we'll put our screws back in. I'm not going to tighten that all the way down yet. I'm going to start this one too. Tighten it down. Tighten this one down. Now it's time to see if we can start her up. Well, there you have it. How to replace the fuel bulb on your line trimmer or lawnmower or whatever. As you can see, it's definitely an easy job that you can do yourself. If you've watched the video to this point, I'd like to say thank you very much. If you don't mind, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, GreggFesto out.